I want to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life removing pain. Lord, let my words heal a heart that hurts. I want to spend my life mending broken people. I want to spend my life mending broken people.
Hello friends, I want to welcome you to another 3ABN Today cooking program. My name is Jill Morikone, and with me in the kitchen is our good friend and chef, Mark Anthony.
Welcome, welcome. Good to be back and all that fun stuff. And
it is.
I seem like a regular here nowadays, though.
That's right. Every time Mark comes, we're excited because we know the food will be good. We know he and his wife, Brenda, have a heart for God and a heart for ministry. But maybe our friends, for some reason, are brand new and just clicked on the channel and they're not familiar with your ministry. Tell me a little bit of what you and Brenda do.
Well, I've been touring the whole country now for about 6 years, and it's quite the ministry. I mean, I travel every single state in the country and usually book solid for at least 6 months to a year ahead of time. Last year we did 240 events in 1 year, speakings. So, and mostly I talk about the health message, teaching people how to get healthy, eating properly, exercising right, and when you get healthier physically, you're going to get healthier mentally, and then you have a better connection with God. Amen. So it's all connected in such a mighty way, and when you take care of your health, everything else seems to fall into place.
Amen. It's an incredible ministry that Mark and Brenda have now. He's been married almost a year, and when Mark and Brenda go out and minister, they never charge for events. And I know that always blesses my heart because God provides the finances. Whatever they need, God provides. And God provides the gas money, and they go out for free. And he has 2 wonderful cookbooks. We want to talk about your cookbooks,
we do.
too.
Yep. And you can get them on my website, too.
Okay.
And we have a donate button on my website, so you can always go there and donate as well.
See,
but
that's good.
Yeah, the books are available there.
I have both in my own kitchen at home. Vegan Simplicity has fabulous recipes. I really like them. And Simply Incredible is a concept book, isn't it?
Right. That one's got a lot more depth of knowledge, and it gives you a lot of concepts and actually 12 steps of health in the beginning. Teaches you, getting off cholesterol, reducing sugar, oil, salt. Getting more sunlight, more rest, things like that. So it's just a fun book.
Amen. Those are the 8 laws of health God gave us at the beginning. And when we follow them, which I don't always as well as I should, but I'm trying, you feel better.
Absolutely.
Your health, your mind, your body just feels
I have more energy now than I did back when I was in my 20s. And that's just from eating healthy. It is. It just absolutely works.
That's right. That's a blessing. Now, today we're doing Italian food, right?
Yes, doing some fun Italian. I'm doing something that's easy. We're actually doing an easy Italian. So it's some of the easiest things you can do with Italian cooking.
Wonderful. We're starting with a vegan raspberry tiramisu. You can make tiramisu vegan.
Yes, and we're going to do one. And it's just a simple, fun one that you can do in a lot of different ways.
That's a decadent dessert.
And the ultimate veggie lasagna. Now, if you have not had lasagna, you won't know how well this compares to a regular lasagna, but it tastes just like a meaty lasagna. It's just so good.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that. And a pasta pomodoro. Nice.
Yes, pasta pomodoro. And it's so easy to make. People just don't know how easy it is to make.
That looks good. Italian hummus. Oh, yes, we got some bruschettas going on.
We're going to do some bruschettas. We'll do a couple little sauce toppings that you can put on the top and show you the easiest ways to make bruschettas.
The Italian hummus and roasted red pepper dip. Oh, nice. I love that. I love bruschetta. And an apple kale salad.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't think they can have kale for a salad, but we're going to show you how to make kale into a salad.
Ooh.
And,
that sounds wonderful. I'm getting ready to eat.
A lot more nutrients there. So.
That's right. So grab your pen and paper, get ready. Press that record button to share this program with your family and friends. First, we want to read the first recipe for the vegan raspberry tiramisu. You need a 14-ounce package of extra firm tofu, 1/2 cup freshly brewed espresso, 1/2 cup natural sugar divided 3 ways, 2 cups raw cashews, 1/8 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon fresh lemon, 2 cups raspberries, 2 tablespoons water, a cornstarch slurry, 1 package of ladyfingers, and powder
Cacao.
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 Wow, for garnish.
Cacao. It's like a cocoa, but it's cacao.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Now, see, I learned something new. I'm like, now what is that word? Cacao.
Cacao.
Okay, very cool. Very nice. Now, I've
You can
never
use
made.
carob-
You can
carob
use
powder,
carob.
too. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. I've never made tiramisu, so this is brand new for me.
Okay, but before we start the tiramisu, we're going to have to do a couple things for the sauce. So let's fire the pan up.
For the sauce for the tiramisu or something
We're going to
else?
do some Pomodoro sauce.
Nice.
For,
I saw that.
And what we want to do is we want to get that cooking ahead of time.
Sounds
So
good.
here's some oil.
You want it all?
Yep, we can just put that in there and then just put the onions in there as well. And we're going to get those
Sorry.
cooked off until they're translucent. So there, now I feel better. You know, I always feel better when I actually have something cooking. It's funny, I come into kitchens, you know, and as long as something's cooking, I feel okay. But if there's nothing cooking, I'm like, something's not right here.
So now Mark can feel better and we can make tiramisu.
Yeah, I feel
'cause
better now.
onions are cooking. Okay.
As long as something's cooking, you're doing all right. And the minute things stop cooking in a kitchen, I'm like, what's the problem? I'm looking around at my team saying, how come things aren't cooking over there?
See,
You know,
that's
so
right.
yeah, it's
Okay.
just one of those natures. But now for tiramisu, I've got a couple ingredients here. We've got some raspberry. This is a cashew cream topping. For ladyfingers, I couldn't find any that were vegan. And you usually can. There's a couple brands, but I couldn't find them locally. So I did find just some light cracker things that we're going
Okay.
to use as a substitute. And they actually turned out really good with this.
Yeah, looks good. Now,
let-
for this tofu, do you have that recipe somewhere?
Yeah,
If our
and
friends
if
want
you-
that, because I know we're not demonstrating how to make it today.
Right. If you call 3ABN, they will mail you out the recipes, and it'll have the full recipe. But for time's sake,
Perfect.
I just decided to make these ahead of time. Now, these are actually soaked cashews,
How long do you soak
and
them?
we soaked them overnight. And you can see how they're actually kind of really soft. Here, you want to take a look at those? See how soft they are?
Nice.
They're actually kind of a
Yeah.
rubbery soft. And that's how
see that.
soaked they are.
Yeah, that's
and,
very soaked.
They work so good to make sauces with this. So what you would actually do is take this, put it in a blender,
Okay.
and then you can take some of the water in there and put it in there, add some lemon juice, some sweetener,
Good.
and just like that, you have a sauce that
I wanna
turns
try
into
it.
this. But it's that easy. Yeah. And
Good flavor.
what it does is it gives you that cheesy
Yes.
type of
Yes.
sweetness for desserts. You know, you've heard of cheesy sauces, right? Everybody does
Oh, yeah.
cheesy sauces. Well, this is a sweet, so you can get a cheesy for desserts.
Great.
And so that'll work real good.
I like it.
The raspberries, all we did was take raspberries. You can put like a couple tablespoons of water in there, and when they break down, just add a little bit of a slurry, you know, to thicken it up, and boom, you're done.
That's it.
So that's easy. And then the tofu. Let me show you this tofu.
Yeah, now what did you do here, Mark?
This tofu is actually soaked in some coffee, but we don't use
Oh.
coffee here.
So this is a substitute.
So what we have is a really awesome coffee substitute. In fact, let me show you this. This right here is called Ticino. There's a couple different brands out there, just to let you know, but it's actually made with dates and figs. And it's all vegan, you know, all organic, just a nice healthy herb
Coffee.
beverage substitute.
Substitute.
So what we did was we used that to make a really concentrated coffee espresso. And I took the tofu, actually froze the tofu.
Okay.
And I used the extra firm, and you freeze it, and it kind of changes the molecular structure
It will.
of it.
It'll change the texture.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
I did this by accident one time, so I thought this would be a good way to use this. Right, but when you squeeze the water out of that, it becomes such a really unique, actually, substitute for ladyfingers. And then I just put the coffee on there, and see what you end up with?
I see that.
Yeah, and it just ends up being a...
So you froze the tofu, then when it came out,
You squeezed it.
squeezed it, you cut it up, and then you did your little coffee substitute here on it.
Put the coffee on there, and just like that, it's ready to go. So with all these ingredients here, we can make basically any type of tiramisu, because you're getting that flavor from the
Yes.
coffee, and I know some tiramisus have amaretto and things like that, but this flavor that you're getting from this, you will never be able to know the difference.
Wow.
So yeah,
Incredible.
it's pretty neat. And so what we're going to do here is I can give you one of these, and I'll take one.
Sure.
And we'll grab a couple spoons. And you can basically, you know how we make our parfaits, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is the same thing.
Hit the edge. I remember that.
You can make these any way you want. And just, you take one layer after another after
Okay.
another. And so you can chop it up. You can
Well,
keep
if
it
I
all in
can
one
get it,
piece.
we'll get it.
And
So you
grab
just
a
put them
couple
in
of
at
these.
the bottom?
And you can break these up too if you want. And I think I'll need a spoon for the raspberry.
Nice. So the concept when we do this, we try to hit the edges. Isn't that what you try to do?
Yeah, you remember.
I do, because I've tried that at home, Mark. It works really well.
If you're going to do layering in a glass bowl that you're going to see
Can I
around
put
the outsides, then you would have to do
This
layering.
next, or I need
Oh,
to
you can
put
do
it-
either one.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Any way you want to do it.
Okay.
That's the nice part about this.
That is nice.
You can make it any way you want.
So we try to hit all the edges.
And I'll switch with you.
There you go.
This is, we've had this in the fridge, so you can tell it's kind of gelled up a
It
little
really
bit.
gelled a lot.
You could actually add some water to it, and it would be fine.
Okay.
And if you want, you could even just have a little dab in the middle. You wouldn't even need to surround the outsides or
Okay.
anything with it. But I'm
Now-
going to have fun with this one. Why not?
That's right. Now what do I put next?
Anything you want. You can do more of these.
Okay.
And that's the fun part about doing stuff like this.
I love it.
Crush it up. I'm going to get some more of this. And it's amazing how this actually tastes just like coffee. And
That's amazing,
It's,
Mark.
probably going
So-
to be a lot better for you than coffee, wouldn't it?
That's right. Without all that caffeine. There we go.
Uh-oh. She's getting ahead of me here.
Uh-huh. I'm anxious to eat.
Feed me.
Are we going to burn here? No. Okay. It's starting to brown a few of them.
And these are fun for the kids to make, too. You could have the kids
Yeah.
playing with stuff
Just
like
get
this.
in the kitchen and have a good time.
So basically, you're getting all the flavors
I
in
see
a
that.
tiramisu because you've got this sauce that tastes like cheese, you got the coffee that tastes like cheese.
Yeah.
All we did was kick it up a notch and add a little bit of a raspberry pop to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing the same thing I was going to do. I was going to do the same thing and put a little bit of that. In fact, we got some
See,
fresh strawberries
For
over there.
some reason, Mark's looks a whole lot fancier and nicer than mine, but it's going to taste the same. So that's
Yeah.
the good thing. Can I put one of these
Yep.
on the top?
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Oh,
How's
that's
that look?
beautiful.
Let's get a bird's eye view of that.
Did you get that?
Yeah. See, we've
Nice.
got a nice little layer coming through the middle there. Yeah. That works. Just like that. Okay.
Are these browning too much over here?
That's about just right. Give them a little stir. I got to show you how to do that again, right? See,
See.
just like that.
Good job.
Yep. And that's just going to keep going for a little bit. But we can look at that next recipe if you want.
I
And,
gotta eat first.
Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. This is
Hold
good
back.
for you
Get
if you
that
want.
camera shot. We got to be ready for this camera
Okay.
shot. You know the camera shot we're looking for. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, this is heavenly.
Yeah. And the coffee,
Fabulous.
it's
I
got a
love it.
strong coffee flavor, but
Oh, but it's perfect.
and you can always kind of scrape off some of the
It has the coffee flavor.
if you don't want a real concentrated. But
I love the cream. I love the raspberries. Oh, the coffee flavor is perfect. It's perfect. This whole dish is mine.
okay. We'll be taking about a 1 hour break for her to finish up that dessert, and then we'll get back with you as
Well,
soon
we
as
need to
possible.
practice tempers. All right, for our next recipe, let's read our next recipe.
We're going to do the lasagna. Let's do
Nice.
a lasagna.
For the lasagna, you want to read
Yeah,
that first?
yeah. It's an ultimate veggie lasagna. You're going to love this. I've got 2 boxes of the dry lasagna noodles, 3 quarts of a Pomodoro sauce, 2 pounds of vegan mozzarella cheese, 1 jar of Veggie, 2 12-ounce bags of frozen spinach, 1 10-ounce bag of fresh shredded carrots, 1 can of green olives, and 1 can of black olives, and we'll have those diced and drained and ready to go.
All right, I can't wait to try this lasagna. I like lasagna anyway, anything Italian, you know. I like going to Olive Garden and all those restaurants. But to think here, this is going to taste just like the real stuff.
All vegan, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Now we do have our translucent onions, so I do want to add some,
Now, is this for the Pomodoro?
for the Pomodoro,
Okay.
some garlic and some basil and oregano. You got to have some basil and oregano, or they're not going to call it Italian, all right? You know, they'll have all the Italian people saying, it's not Italian without the basil and oregano.
Exactly.
Okay, and we're just going to let that simmer a little bit more, and then we'll be ready for that in a minute.
Okay.
Lasagna, so easy to do. I'm actually going to spray these pans, and that just helps so it doesn't stick. And then we're going to do a sauce on the bottom first.
Now, do you make your own sauce, Mark?
I do, and that's what we're showing you in
The
here.
next
That's what
one.
that's for.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But it's nice to have a sauce on the bottom,
Yes.
because that way it's not going to stick, and it just works. It just works. So, and then we'll put the lasagna and start layering it on the bottom.
Put the noodles in dry.
So I'm going to do this one, and you're going to do that one.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to cross that over like that.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And you want them to kind of overlap just a little bit. They kind of catch themselves that way.
Now, some people, Mark, actually say you have to cook the noodles ahead of time, but you don't do that.
You don't have to, but you got to understand that you're going to have a lot more sauce in it, because those noodles are going to suck up the sauce.
Right.
So if you put in not enough sauce, it's going to be dry.
Got you.
So, but you definitely want to give it enough sauce. That's a definite. And from here, you can just start adding your toppings. And your spinach is going to be next. So I'm just going to go like this. And you notice the spinach is frozen?
It is frozen. Okay.
Yep, just like that. Okay. Okay, just like that.
I have some spinach.
And yep, we're just going to
Thank
keep
you.
passing it along like this. I think you know what we're doing here, don't you?
We're starting to layer up.
And some of these carrots,
Okay.
which these are just
You shredded?
raw carrots that I got in the
Nice.
grocery department, in the produce department. So you can put some of those on there.
Thank you.
And you can add a little sauce to it anytime you want. This is a fun way to make
It
those.
is. I love it. The key is then when you do it dry, you want to make sure you got lots of sauce.
You're pretty fast at this. Okay, and then I'm going to add cheese, just like this. Layer of cheese.
I thought
And
we
the-
were putting, oh, go ahead.
There's a couple different cheeses you can get, and this one even has a couple different ones in there if you want to see the differences
yeah.
here. There's two different ones in there. But they're both pretty good, and it's
both-
vegan.
they're both
it's all
vegan.
vegan. Yep, no animal products, no casein or anything like that.
That's good.
So, in fact, I think I'll add some black olives and green olives to mine.
Nice.
If you don't like the black and green olives, you don't have to use them. But I'll tell you, they give it such a delightful flavor when you use
Oh,
that.
yeah. I
And
love them. Now,
my
what about the
secret-
veggies? Yeah.
My secret ingredient.
I have never seen lasagna with veggies.
And look how I'm just kind of dolloping it on there. Just dollop,
Oh, so you don't
dollop,
have to
dollop.
spread it out.
Nope. Just dollop, dollop.
Nice.
A little bit here and there. How's that?
Awesome.
And I'll pass that to you. I'm going to give myself a little more sauce.
Let's hope I'm putting some more noodles in because I spilled on my noodles.
You look like you've done this before. Are you a lasagna maker?
I make lasagna a lot.
Do you?
I do.
Now, do you use the shells like this? or
I do.
use the-
I put them dry.
Okay. I think that's the easiest way to do it.
It saves washing all those pots, that's for certain.
Yeah. I think restaurant-wise, you'll get a more consistent if you cook them first
Yeah.
and has some different applications. Okay, and I press this down. Is that what you do too?
Okay.
I try to press this down as much as I can to make sure that that lasagna is going to get tight. If it's too loose, you're going to have a loose lasagna.
Right.
But yeah, you can press that down.
Good.
And I think I'll start with
Spinach.
spinach. You're getting ahead of me here.
I know.
I'll tell you, I need to recruit you into the kitchen.
Oh, this is cooking nicely over here.
There we go. And
Are we doing another, or no?
I'll do some cheese. We'll get some carrots over here.
Oh, yeah, you need carrots. There you go.
I'm telling you, I'm having trouble keeping up with you over here. I'm trying to move faster
No,
now.
I'm getting behind over here.
Yeah, I'm going to move faster, see?
Okay, the race is on. No, nobody can work you, Mark, that's for certain. Woo!
Oh, I know. You get me in the kitchen. It's
You can chop up, remember we did that segment, you chopped all those veggies in just a couple minutes, and all those onions.
and some of this for you.
I'm going to spill,
gonna
yeah,
trade
thank
you.
you.
Ah, give me that. Yeah, sometimes you can really get a lot done. I'm good at hustling.
Yeah.
You know, I ran casinos for so many years. It was, you know, you had to go just to get everything accomplished.
Yeah.
And some more olives. I'll take these. So if you look at this batch, it's actually enough to make 2 lasagnas. And that's the exact batch because I found out that this is so good that 1 was never enough.
Yeah, you need to, absolutely.
And if you look at the cost of this, check this out. The cost, it may seem expensive because you got all this cheese and all this stuff going on. But when you look at the cost, portion per portion, it's about $1 a portion. So it
That's
really,
it?
yeah, so it really is
incredible.
not that expensive.
I got too much height in the middle.
That's what you do, just spread the crust. And I'm going to go a big old scoop on the top here. And how's that working?
Looks good. Now I'm the one who's behind.
And look at the time. If you think about this, it really takes maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes to really put together a lasagna like this.
Yeah. Now, do you set it overnight? Or do
You can put this in the fridge or freeze it and pull it out when you need it. But I think I'm going to leave all that rest of the cheese for you. I'm going to put these black olives right here just on mine. And just like that, it's ready to go.
Nice.
And I want to show you a little secret, too. When you're doing these, this commercial saran wrap can go in the oven. Now, a lot of the saran wraps that you get
No,
at
they
home
can't.
can't do this.
You're right, they can't.
But we're going to saran wrap this, and then we're going to wrap it with foil. After this is done with the saran wrap it with foil.
Nice.
And put it in the oven for about 1 hour and 20 minutes.
At
And
350?
yep, and it's good to go.
Oof.
Hour and 20 minutes is about just right, depending on your oven. But you'll see it. It'll really turn out good. In fact, let me go to the oven. I got a surprise for you. Let me get in the oven here real quick.
okay.
I decided to get you a little one just so you could taste it.
Oh, isn't that nice,
And,
Mark?
woo, okay, it's a little warm on the pan here, but I got her something good. All right, we're going to put that right there.
Nice.
for
Doesn't
you
that
to
look
have
good?
a little taste of this.
Woo, fabulous. Thank you. You want a bite too?
I'm good. I just had lunch, and you know you shouldn't eat between meals. You know.
This is true. No, this is true. Ready?
I got to show them a close-up of what she came
Oh,
out
that's
of here.
fabulous. That is
Wait, I gotta-
fabulous.
Because if you look at the inside where it's actually been cut up and stuff,
Unzip.
you can see all the cheese and everything flowing through there. And
Oh,
I'm
it's
telling
good.
you, it is
It's
just
good. Flavor. It's rich.
day and night.
It's rich. It's creamy. It's flavorful. It's very good. I have to try this at home. You have to try this at home too. Really, really good. I love that, Mark. Let's go to finish our Pomodoro sauce, right?
Okay,
We
let me
gotta finish it.
read that recipe though, because I've got 2 28-ounce cans of tomato puree, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and 2 diced onions. That's what we did already. A couple teaspoons of salt, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a tablespoon of basil, a tablespoon of oregano, a cinnamon stick, optional, you can do that, 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, 3 tablespoons of the vegan Parmesan cheese, and then we'll use some spaghetti noodles to put the whole thing together.
Now we're going to work with the Pomodoro because it's been sitting and cooking.
Doesn't that look fabulous,
It
though?
does. And it smells. I wish you could smell it. Ooh.
Yeah,
it smells
you're not burning the garlic, but you want to have it cooked but not burnt when you do this.
Okay.
So, but that's perfect right there. It's nice and translucent, and
So we have the onions, the olive oil, the garlic, and
the basil,
and
the
oregano.
oregano. Right. Now I've got a little bit of salt here. You can put the salt in there. And then we've got 2 of the jars of tomato puree.
Ah, yeah.
And that's it. The puree is inexpensive, but we're just going to put this right in there. You ready for it?
Ready?
Okay. And I'll let you just scoop out the rest if you can reach in there. Boy, that's teamwork there, isn't it?
That's right.
Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to add one more ingredient. A couple of these.
Oh,
Cinnamon
no, I've
sticks.
never tried that in sauce.
There you go. How about lemon?
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Lemon?
Lemon would be good.
Let me get a couple squeezes on these lemons here. Yeah, Pomodoro works really good with lemon. Now, you know, one of my marinaras, I think I made a marinara years ago here, where I did the mustard. And, you know, just a regular mustard gives it a little zippy flavor.
Yes.
But you want that tangy, zippy flavor. And a lot of people just miss that. And you either got to get it from mustard or lemon.
Or lemon or something. Now, do you counteract that with a little sweet, or you don't need to because you got the cinnamon?
Not on this one.
This one doesn't need it. Okay.
You can. The longer you cook it, the less sugar you have to use.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it gets sweeter and sweeter as you cook it longer.
Okay.
So we're going to go right
How long
like
would
that.
you cook it if you were cooking it at home?
Well,
or-
this one I'm just going to cook for 20 minutes.
Okay, that would be good.
Yep. And so we're actually going to let this simmer. And then in about 20 minutes, we'll come back and finish it. Because there's a couple little steps we need to do to make it a great sauce.
Yeah, I'm anxious to learn how to do this, Mark, because I have tried marinara sauces, I've tried Pomodoro sauces, I've tried, and it's just like they never taste like when you go out to eat or in the restaurant or something.
Right.
So I'm anxious to try this. Yeah.
But why don't we just let that simmer, and we'll just go on to the next recipe.
Sounds good.
And then we'll
We're
come
making
back and
hummus.
we're going to make some bruschettas and some
Yeah.
hummus.
All right, for the Italian hummus, you need 2 cups cooked edamame, which is shelled soybeans, 3 cloves garlic, roughly chopped, 1/8 cup basil, freshly chopped, 3 tablespoons freshly squeezed lemon juice, 3 tablespoons tahini, 1½ teaspoon salt, 1/4 cup water, 1/4 cup olive oil, fresh chives for garnish, and toasted sesame seeds for garnish. Okay, now we're making hummus, but all of this is, we're going to put on bruschetta, right?
Right,
It's a
so
bruschetta
we're kind of starting the bruschetta.
Yeah.
But we need some Italian hummus to get this thing going.
Nice.
And I wanted a green hummus. I just wanted something green. So I'm actually using some edamame. Nice.
I love edamame. Oh, yeah.
And so we're just going to use those. They're
so
just
good.
basically shelled soybeans. And we've got a couple other things here. Of course, you got to have some tahini in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they make hummus,
Hummus without tahini, nope. But I've never made hummus with edamame.
And
that's
it's
brand
an
new.
easy way to do it. Garlic, and I'm actually going a little heavy on the garlic here.
I'll see that.
Of course, a little bit of salt. And we're going to hit it with some water. I'm going to put in 1/4 cup right now,
Okay.
and might need a little more later, but it's a good way to get this thing started. We're going to give it a couple pulses, and then we'll see how it's looking here. And just like that. So it's already pulsating pretty good. Now I'm going to start getting some of the oil in, just drizzling
Okay.
it. See, actually, when you put the oil in a little bit of the time like that, it actually gives it kind of an emulsifying effect.
Instead of adding it all at once. Now, that is my problem, because I just get in a hurry and I
Everybody
say, dump
just-
it all in at once, because who
Yeah.
has time to wait? But that's a good idea, Mark. I like that.
And we could probably turn that down. It looks like it's pretty much heated up.
It
We'll
is
get that-
indeed. I'm
It's
trying not
popping on us. So, okay, we'll turn this on and we'll be ready to go here. Ooh, see. Now it's
Nice.
already.
Oh, that looks good, Mark.
And basically, this is kind of a dip, so it's going to be thicker. You could actually run this and run this and run this and really get it smooth, but it does take a little while. But as far as putting it on some bruschetta, I like that nice thickness.
Oh, yeah. I do
Because if
too.
it gets too thin, you're end up having a problem
Oh,
with
yeah.
it being not
Absolutely. Let
working
me try it
for a
here.
bruschetta.
I got a
Uh-oh.
spoon
Taste
over
tester.
here.
Taste
test.
tester.
Taste time. Taste time.
Incoming. I get to use my finger.
Mm.
You know what it's
It's
missing,
really
though?
good. What?
Basil. They need some. Grab some basil.
It's so fabulous. I love it.
Give me a couple, and I need the lemon in there.
Well,
I
the
knew I was
lemon and
missing a
basil
couple
would make a
things.
difference, but it's still tasty. The tahini's good. I love that. Good balance of salt. I like edamame anyway. But it will be even better in just a minute.
That's right. See, sometimes you just kind of say, hey, oh, look at, see, we've got our own plants growing right here at 3ABN Studios, so we can just pick our own and put it right in here.
It's a lot cheaper when you grow your own basil. That makes a big difference.
And we'll hit it with a little bit of lemon juice here. And
do you want some more basil, or was that enough?
I think that's going to do just right. And okay, we'll put this thing on here and give it one more little kick. And I think, yeah, that's... Is
that better? Try again. Get another clean spoon. Let me turn this off so we're not burning everything. Woo!
Yeah. You'd be amazed.
I just shut it off.
I'll take that right off there. You'll be amazed at how much of a difference the lemon and the basil made. Isn't that amazing? Day and night.
It was good before. It's absolutely fantastic now.
That's the hit.
That is good. Oh, yeah.
But I think what we'll do, we'll get this taken care of, but we've got another sauce we're going to have to make.
We have to go to your address first.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to the sauce. I have your cookbooks here. They are fabulous, and I just spilled spaghetti sauce on them. Here we go. They're wonderful. I so enjoy Mark's cookbooks. Wonderful concepts, especially this is a big book. I mean, this is a serious book. You have over 250 recipes in this book.
And a stitch binding, so it stays open on the kitchen table. Nobody does that anymore because it's so expensive, but you get that stitch binding, and that way you're not putting an iron on top of your book.
Oh.
There's my bruschettas right there. We've actually got bruschettas in the book, so you can learn everything you need to know about bruschettas.
I can see that.
Yeah,
That's a good shot. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to put up your address roll. If you want to contact Mark for yourself, you want him to come to your area, your church, your community, do cooking presentation, or I know he preaches and does other things as well. Here's the information that you will need to contact him, and in just a moment, we'll be back to finish up our bruschettas and our Pomodoro sauce.
If you would like to receive one of Mark's books, or if you'd like to contact him to invite him to your church, you may do so by writing to Mark Anthony, Post Office Box 20861, Las Vegas, Nevada 89112. That's Mark Anthony, Post Office Box 20861, Las Vegas, Nevada 89112. You can call 702-236-3280. That's 702-236-3280. You can also visit his website for cookbooks and cooking supplies at chefmarkanthony.com. That's chefmarkanthony.com. Call or write today. He'd love to hear from you.
I hope you do take advantage of Mark's address and contact he and Brenda for the cookbooks or for them to come to their area, because I know it will be a tremendous blessing for you. Now, Mark, while they did your address, you got a whole bunch of stuff out on the counter.
I know. I've got so much going on here. I don't know where to start.
Well, I don't know. Let's do the roasted red pepper.
Okay. Yeah, you got to get something cooking, right?
Okay.
Just got to get something cooking.
Recipe. Don't we have a recipe?
Oh, do we have to read a recipe?
Let's read that recipe.
That's right.
And then we will get going. For the roasted red pepper dip, 1 15-ounce jar of roasted red peppers that are drained, 2 cups soaked cashews drained, 4 cloves garlic, 1 lemon juiced, 1/8 cup olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup fresh mixed herbs. And Mark likes parsley, mint, and cilantro, and I think Jill does too.
And maybe a little basil. Might as well kick it up a notch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, we can start this. Here's my cashews. They've been soaking, and you can tell how soft they are. They just soft and nice.
Soak them overnight.
Yep. Did I drain it? I drained it. Sometimes you just have to double check things to make sure.
Absolutely.
And then we'll put some peppers in there. And I think I'm just going to give that big one a little slice there.
And these are roasted.
Help that food processor a little bit. Yeah, I should make those on a show sometime.
Yeah, you should.
They're actually really easy to do. And so we're just going to put these. And I'm going to save this juice just in case it's running a little thick.
Okay.
Then I can just add a little juice to it. But we will add some lemon juice. You want to squeeze those down?
You got a nice knife there.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
I like it.
We actually started carrying these, so you can get them on my website. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a wholesaler's account and everything, and was able to pick those up. And so that's a nice knife. Yeah, Mercer's the brand.
Very nice.
It's a good knife because you can beat it up. I mean, you can
Yes.
really beat it up, and it's a commercial grade. Okay, so we've got those in there. I'm going to add some garlic to it. I think I'm not going to add all this, though. That's a lot of garlic. I want to save a little bit. A little bit of salt. And you don't need a lot of salt on this one.
Okay.
You definitely don't, because there's salt inside
There you
that.
go.
And some herbs. Got to have some herbs in
yeah.
there. And a little bit of lemon juice. And we're just going to go nice and slow here.
Try to get rid of those seeds.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at not getting the seeds in
No,
there.
you are real good at that.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
Is that so?
And it does take a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
This is one of those ones you can mix the olive oil right in.
All right.
It really doesn't matter on this one. And I think that's it. Huh?
Perfect.
We've already got basil and everything. I can
Yep.
give this a whirl?
Good.
Okay. You can see it's already starting to get a little thicker here.
Now with the other one, Mark, when we made the hummus, you added the olive oil little bit by little bit, but here we dumped it in together.
Yeah, this one for some reason it just
won't matter
it just
then.
incorporates. It's kind of like the
Okay.
oil that's in this.
Okay. Looks good.
And just like that, once again, you're looking at the same concept that this is a thicker texture. Do you want to taste it?
Do indeed.
And you could whip it up longer, but I want a little more body to it for the bruschetta that we're going to do.
This is fabulous. I like the hummus with the edamame.
But this
This
is
is even better.
Yeah, and
I
this
mean,
is
is
more
that
like
possible?
dipping-
The other one was good, and this is really good. This
for
is like what?
chips,
Oh, yeah.
dipping for chips and things like that. So it doesn't need to have that smoothness to it. But
Good flavor. The flavor is fabulous. Now, were we plating it in that white bowl back there or something else?
I think so. We can do that. Absolutely.
I'm not sure what we
That
were
looks
plating
good.
it in.
I think we're going to just give it one more click here.
That's really good.
Boom.
That was good. The flavor is fabulous. I love the roasted red pepper. I love the lemon juice, the olive oil, the herbs. It's really
And it's
good.
simple.
You got it.
Okay, just like that.
Nice.
And we'll save that
Got
for
it.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
But just that easy. And we can actually make it look a little cute if you want, just to,
Oh, yeah.
you can do some slices with these kind of things. And you can see the angle that I'm doing on these. And when you get that angle on them, it gives them kind of a unique look to it. Yeah.
I like that.
And
That
just
is
like
very
that.
cute. Oh, yeah.
And boom. So we got that.
Put some nice color on the
Just that easy. Okay. Let's do some firing up on some bruschetta bread here. And
So turn
I'm
this
gonna-
one on?
Yeah, we're going to cut this bruschetta up real quick here. I've just got some bread. And bruschettas, there's so many ways to do bruschetta. We're going to show you an easy way and kind of explain a lot of different ways you can do this.
Okay,
but,
good.
You can cut it straight across, like this. And you're going to get that type of cut, which is pretty good. You like that cut?
It is.
Now, you don't want these too thick when you're making bruschetta because, the last thing you need is something so big you can't get it in your mouth. So you want to get a little bit thinner cuts like that. Now, if I started the whole thing, let's say I went to the other end here and did an angle like this.
Now that's cute. I like the angle cut.
Then you're getting that angle cut.
They're both nice, but this one looks more
Right. And so there's,
exotic.
yeah. And then there's also another way that you could do it where you would cut it in half and get it'd be like this.
Yes.
And you cut it corner to corner, so you're getting like angle cuts.
Nice.
But I think we'll stick with these for our bruschetta. How's that sound?
Nice. Oh, yeah.
And then we're just going to take a little bit of butter. In fact, I've got some garlic around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Extra
think we'll add a
garlic,
little
right?
garlic to this
There you
since
go.
I saved a little garlic here. And you can add a little
Making
garlic.
a little garlic butter.
And I got a little pinch of salt here. We just add a little pinch of salt. And basically, you can put this on any garlic bread you want. So that one's on, right? Is that one on full blast, ready to go?
It's not on full blast, but I'll
Let's
turn it up.
crank it up.
Okay, it was on medium. There you go.
Okay, so we're just going to get these covered. And if you want, you can put a little parsley on these, make them look pretty,
I put too much butter on.
just like that. So that'll work.
Nice. Now, could you do it in the oven, Mark, if you didn't want to do this here?
You can.
Okay.
And it's actually kind of warming up pretty good there. We'll see how it works here.
Now, you don't butter both sides?
No.
Or you would, okay, you don't.
One side.
Just one side.
And this one here. Okay, we'll just do those, and
Okay.
that should take care of that. And then while that's cooking, we can work on the Pomodoro.
Alrighty.
Which, here's the funny part, the Pomodoro is actually one of the easiest things to do. We just keep dragging it along and dragging it along, but you'll see how easy it is to make.
You want me to take the cinnamon sticks out here?
Yeah, let's pull the cinnamon sticks out, and then I'm going to do a little blending over here with that Pomodoro sauce.
We put in 3, right? I should be finding it. There we go.
Yep,
There's the
1,
third
2,
one.
3.
1, 2, 3.
You want me to do this, right?
I do. Did you notice how I stepped back nicely?
You did. Now this is really challenging. So you know, if you don't know what you're doing on this one, you might want to get a better way, because this is a wide mouth going into a smaller item here. But I'll do it nice and slow and see how it handles. And I see how I go to the left and go to the right, go to the left, go to the right, go to the left, go to the right. As long as you keep going back and forth like this, you're actually creating your own spout. Does that make sense to you?
It makes a lot of sense.
So otherwise, people just try to get it all in there, and it just goes everywhere.
Right.
I've seen so many people make messes with this.
That's
Okay.
exactly why I had you do it.
But look at that. We got it all in there.
Yeah.
Not a problem. And let me get the rest of this, because I want this really blended well. And just like that. Now we're going to blend this baby right over here in the blender.
Do we need to
And-
flip these, or are we okay?
Well, you can take a look at them. That's doing pretty good there, huh?
Yeah, they look pretty good.
I'd give it just another few
Okay,
seconds here.
we'll wait a little bit.
In fact, yeah, I'm just going to kind of, yeah, that's pretty good. That one's almost done there. So, okay, ready for this? We're going to
Ready.
give this baby a spin, and then we'll be ready. Just like that. And nobody really thinks of blending this stuff, do they?
No, but that way, because we had the onions kind of larger chunks, and now it's all nice and smooth.
That is a real Pomodoro sauce. And you can just shut this off, because that's good to go.
And you want this to go back in
I'm
here?
gonna just, I can
Sorry.
see it. So I'm just going to pull these right here. And sure, that sounds good.
Or did you have another place you wanted
I'm
it?
going to put this right here, and you can turn the heat on this one. See how smooth that is and how
Oh,
foamy
yeah,
it
it's
is?
beautiful.
Now there's one other add-on
That we need to
that
do?
people do to a Pomodoro. Let me taste it just to make sure. Yummy. And that is to add some vegan butter to it.
Okay.
And this just kind of starts to,
Yeah,
I don't know what the word is for it, but you'll just see it kind of shimmering through there.
nice.
And that's what you want, is a little bit of shimmering. And then I'm going to add some of this vegan Parmesan cheese. And I've got a recipe for Parmesan cheese.
Do you really, Mom?
But
Okay.
I
Is
like-
it in your cookbook?
I don't think so.
Have we done
I
it?
think I've got it on my website.
On your website, okay.
And just like that,
Oof,
we've got that ready to go.
nice. Oh, that's beautiful. So we'll just stir this a bit and let it meld together, the flavors.
Yep. Let me cut this tomato up real quick here. So bruschetta is one of those things that you can make a lot of different types of bruschettas. Thousands of ways. We
Right.
should have a thing that says the 1,000 ways to make bruschetta. And I think I'm going to grab that pink bowl, that white bowl, the little one,
Oh, the little one.
and we'll get these put in there. You know how quick it is to cut an onion, right?
When Mark cuts it, it's quick. How do you cut an onion?
Well, we're going to, you cut it in half, and then I
Yeah.
just do some slices this way. And then you do some slices this way.
Nice. That's really fast. I love those red onions.
Okay, so just like that, and we've got our bruschetta, and you can add some garlic to this. You can add different things to
Oh,
it.
do you want the garlic?
I think I will. I think I'll do that.
I keep pulling the garlic away
In
just
fact, give
when
me
he
some
needs it.
basil over there too.
You want more?
Yeah, why not?
All right. It's coming. Our old plant's getting stripped. More?
That should work.
Okay.
And that'll work just like that. By the way, there's a secret to using a knife. Let me show you this real quick. If you're taking air above the knife,
Okay.
you're going to cut yourself.
Okay.
So as long as you keep it down and just keep going like
Yes.
this, keep this point down and just
like
keep
that.
going, then you're never going to cut yourself.
Good.
But once you take air, boom, you start. So when you're beginning, you just want to keep the
Keep it
end of
down.
the knife always touching the board, and then you won't cut yourself. Okay, so just
All
like
that's
that.
going in there.
Okay, and there's a white plate behind me here. Let me get this cleaned
This
up
one
here.
here.
And that's what we're going to put our bruschettas on.
Ah, perfect.
So let's put that white plate here. And we'll put these babies on here. And just like that. And then you can make these any way you want. So, and you could add a little salt to this and
Nice.
different
You
things
got a
like
little bit
that.
there if you want.
I do,
if you want.
perfect. Ha ha ha. Just enough too.
Good.
So there's lots of different ways you can do this. There's so many different ways.
Oh, that looks fabulous,
And
just like that.
So I'm just going to put this on here.
Ooh, nice. I love it.
Okay. So we've got that style. Mm-hmm. Let's add some of this. This is just like a tapenade.
Yep.
You got your black and green
Yep.
olives. So we can add this to it.
Oh, you can mix that up and do that.
Right, you're just hitting variations is what
Nice.
you're doing.
And then you're going to try with the roasted red pepper too on top?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And the Italian hummus?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
So you can do all these different
love it.
styles like this.
I love it. That is nice, Mark.
And yeah, we can do this right here.
Nice. And
Now-
I'll try this one because we got to get going here to the last
Just to
one.
let you know, there's
Yeah.
a difference. Go ahead. The reason you want to have this oil on here is because water and oil don't mix.
Right.
Now, you could actually put this back in the oven,
Thank you.
or you could actually heat up, the sauces that are on it, like the tomatoes and the onions. You can heat that up and then put it on there.
Because you don't want your bread soggy, so that's why you have that oil
so
on top.
you want to do this, and you can do it in the oven the same way, but you're going to get it so it's
Yeah.
keeping the moisture from going inside the bread.
Yeah,
But then you can just
I
run
love
with it. I mean, you
Beautiful.
can run with a lot of different styles here.
Now we have
Okay, we ready for that?
we have this and we got kale salad, so
Okay, I'll switch with you.
We got to hurry.
And let's fire up that other pan real quick.
Okay.
Oh, we got a kale salad to make
got a
too?
kale
Oh,
salad.
we got plenty of time.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll show you how to do this real quick. And let's turn this one on.
Oh, this one.
Spaghetti. We got our pasta right here. And one thing about pasta, I cook it ahead of time, and then I let it air dry.
Okay.
So I get it real air
Nice.
dried. And that way it dehydrates it a little bit. And then when you put your sauce in, it's actually going to suck up the sauce.
Nice.
So that's the way you do that. But your basic Pomodoro, you're just going to grab some of that and hit it with some sauce.
And that's it.
Put some sauce in there.
Nice. More?
Now, restaurant-wise, this is what most restaurants would do.
They just flip it. Ooh. I'll
And
turn
that's how
back.
you would end up with your
I love it.
Pomodoro.
I love it.
And it's just a fancy name for a gourmet spaghetti sauce.
We flip it
It
in
really
the end.
is.
Woo.
And then just like this, you can,
Fancy. I'm
Put
going
it
to
like
try
that.
at the end. I love it, Mark.
and that easy,
I
you got
love
your
it.
Pomodoro.
Woo. Let's read our recipe
that simple?
for kale salad.
Needs one more thing though.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
While he puts the Parmesan on, I'll read the recipe. For the apple and kale salad, 1 large bunch kale, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, 1 shallot finely sliced, 1 crisp sweet apple finely sliced, 1/2 cup finely slivered fennel bulb, 3/4 cup walnuts, 1/2 cup dried cranberries. Now we have our salad.
Where did the time go?
I don't know where the time
I've got to
went.
get to work here. Kale is so good. I'm going to let you squeeze those out real quick. Kale is so good, and I'm going to do a fennel. These fennels are really good too. See that?
Love that.
It's like a little fennel here. And all you got to do is just rip off a piece, and just has such a great flavor to it.
Very nice.
And we're just going to chop, 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 chop. And if you can get them as thin as you possibly can, you want these things just really razor thin like that.
Okay.
I got a couple in there that are too big. So really razor thin like that. Now check this out. We're going to take this right here, and we're just going to add
Nice.
the lemon juice
Okay.
to it.
I love that.
And you know how lemon juice works. Now I got my hands washed. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this. Now it's not going to take a lot, so you don't want to get carried away with this. But what you're going to do is you're going to come in here,
Massage.
and I mean really press into this, and really just what you're doing is you're breaking down
Nice.
that fiber.
Okay.
You
yeah.
just want to really break this stuff down as much as you can. And you can see,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're really beating
Oh, yeah.
it up.
It is. It's really decreasing.
This is one
in
of
size.
those things that you really, look at the difference between the two of these now.
That's incredible.
The size of the one and the size of the other one that I just,
Oh, yeah.
pressured
Big
into a
difference.
better thing. And so just like that, we're going to put your fennel in there. You can add some nuts and some
I love
craisins.
that.
I'll let you give that a little mix, and I'm going to cut this apple here. And how fast can you get a salad done? In 2 minutes flat.
I'm gonna
And
plate
these are
it.
going to be razor thin slices too. Now you could put a dressing on this too. I kind of like them just the way they are. In fact, my wife and I, we make salads with no dressing on them whatsoever now. And they taste beautiful because your taste buds are not messed up
They change
by
and they acclimate.
all those animal products. Exactly.
Beautiful. I
So
love
just
it.
wanted to kick this up a little bit here. And the timer's clicking. We've got to get it out. All right, our guests are waiting.
We're gonna-
In 3, 2, 1, boom.
We're going to a news break right now, and we'll be back in a moment to show you the final products. Hello, I'm Jill Morikone, and as you know, one of the best ways to get the word out about 3ABN is through social media. 3ABN regularly posts news, programming notes, and information on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And now we're adding a lot of new programs to our YouTube channel. Check out 3ABN on YouTube, and you'll find many of our most popular series and some of our classics too. And be sure you subscribe to be notified when new content is available. Now it's easier than ever to share the gospel with family, friends, and anyone who uses social media. And while you're at it, let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you, and we're always open to new ideas on how to best share these life-saving messages with our viewers and listeners. Nearly all our channels have social media accounts, which you'll find through their individual websites. New programs are being uploaded to YouTube every week, so check us out at 3abn.tv and click on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube links. Thank you for all your prayers and financial support of this ministry. And if the Holy Spirit impresses, you can donate online from many countries through PayPal. You may also send your tax-deductible donations to 3ABN, Post Office Box 220, West Frankfort, Illinois 62896. Welcome back, friends. We're here with our delicious spread of food, and we rushed through it at the end, didn't we, Mark?
But it was easy. We still got it done.
We did, and it was fun. I always love working with Mark. It's always a joy to work with you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Well, hey, God's gifted me, and so I just want to share those talents with people all over the country, and that's what we're supposed to do. You know, God gives you blessings, God gives you talents, then it's your responsibility to share them with other people. Doesn't matter what field you're in. And,
Amen. That's the incredible thing, and I love that because God has graced and gifted you, and you use it for Him. So let's look at the food we made here today.
Yeah, and we're going to start with the salad. Now, did you notice the salad was the last thing that we did?
Made, but you really should be eating your salad first.
Yeah, but the entire system I did backwards because the salad was the quickest thing to make.
That's why we did it.
So I did it last. And the things that take the longest to make, like the tiramisu,
oh,
because that had to be
fabulous.
refrigerated and
I
everything for
love
it to
it.
tighten
It
up.
looks beautiful.
So that's why we cooked that first.
And that was very
And
good.
anytime you're in the kitchen, whatever takes the longest to cook, cook that first.
Good. Here's our lasagna with the
Lasagna.
garlic bread on the side.
That is the best lasagna you will ever have.
It was good. And there's the Pomodoro sauce. I love that. And I have my own plate. I'm going to try it here in a minute.
You can can it. You can, get jars of it, put it in the freezer. Make big batches of it.
Here's our toppings for the bruschetta. We have the roasted red pepper, and we have the Italian hummus there. And
yes, and you can create those any way you want. Give them more texture, more body. You can keep blending them to make them smoother if you want. But I like the textured ones on those.
Oh yeah, and
the
the
bruschettas
plates that we made.
Yeah.
I love that. And here's my own private plate. Because I didn't get to try the Pomodoro. We were so rushed there at the end. So.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's smooth, it's rich, it's creamy.
You got that little
the
zippity
flavor.
lemon added to it.
I love it. And the flavor is what makes it. That is very good, Mark.
Yeah. So keep it simple. I mean, these are simple Italian items that doesn't take very much to do, and everything you do, you can do things simpler and easier, and that'll really help save you time. Not only going to save your health, which it does, it'll save you money. This is all money saving, and it'll save you a lot of time as well.
Amen. And it's easy to do, and I like that. I have never had a sauce that I liked as well as this sauce right here, so I'm excited because I thought you can't make homemade pasta sauces that taste real good, but this is proof because it tastes fabulous. Thank you for coming and joining with us and our friends at home. We always enjoy it when you tune in and share this hour with us as we cook in the kitchen. Take these recipes to your home and to your heart. Share them with your friends and with your family. And we will see you next time. God bless you and keep you.
Amen.